So we're here to learn today, what does the collective need to know? And I've pulled three cards. The first one that came out was the Devil. Second was Queen of Swords reversed. And the last one was the Hanged Man. And then we've got the Three of Wands reversed at the bottom of the deck. So what I can see from this is that some of you are replaying a recent conversation that did not sit right. And the person may have meant well, and I don't pick up on any malicious intent here, but the message stung nonetheless. And it came across as cutting, cold, maybe even disrespectful. And that's really shown by the Queen of Swords reversed here. And that person did not mince words, and they failed to cushion the bluntness of the message with any softness at all. And as a result, you really can't stop thinking about this message and the delivery. You're sitting there asking yourself, was it warranted? Why did they tell me that way? Was that really necessary? And we really see that symbolized here by the Devil, because the Devil card generally points to obsession of some kind. It can definitely indicate overthinking, and that is 100% what's happening here. You're having a hard time distracting yourself from that conversation and the content of it. And it is just following you as you go about your daily activities. Every time you have like a little pause that pops back up in your head and you start asking yourself like, why? So there is a very strong pull here to replay the conversation over and over, rehash, reanalyze. And the appearance of the Hanged Man there really invites you to just kind of take a step back. Take a step back from the narrative, take a step back from your current interpretation of what happened. And in doing that, you can kind of pause and consider a new perspective before deciding on what this actually means. Because the beauty of it is that you do get to decide. You're the one who puts meaning onto this. You get to frame it as you like. And the Three of Wands reversed there on the bottom of the deck also shows us that there's a missing piece here. There's definitely something you're not seeing. And that's why you're being invited to slow down, let your emotions settle a little bit, and then drop the current narrative before trying to analyze further. So, okay, let's dig a little bit deeper and see what is that missing piece and what are you not seeing? All right, so we've got the Three of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. Oh, okay. So I really feel a big sigh of relief come up as I pulled these cards, because in the previous spread, even though there's no malicious intent, there was that question of like, why are they telling me this in this way? So I think this spread really nicely confirms to us, especially with the presence of the Three of Cups, that this person is an ally. So the delivery may have been off, the manner may have been off, but the intention was to support you, to help, and to have your back. This is not somebody who's trying to trip you up, who is trying to make you doubt yourself intentionally or with any negative intent. And you can also see that from the unity between these women as they dance with the cups. You know, they're looking at each other, they're unified, they're definitely in harmony here. And that's what this person is too. So the message that was delivered by this person is an opportunity for improvement. And we see that from the Ace of Pentacles. It could be, it might even be a business opportunity for some of you, maybe facilitating growth in your career for some. But I really think that for the majority of you in the collective, the opportunity represented here is to understand yourself better. And it's a door to deeper self-awareness. So this person's message highlights something about yourself which you may have missed before, a blind spot. When we look at the King of Swords, which was the next card that came out, that tells us that despite any discomfort caused by the manner of the delivery, the message is actually fair and balanced. You know, King of Swords, he's got that sword in his hand. That's the sword of truth. And it means we can really trust this person's evaluation of the situation. Now, that doesn't mean you have to automatically agree with or take on board every little thing that they said, but it's safe to assume that it's fair, it's balanced, and it's rooted in reason. It's truthful. So, okay, I feel like we're not done here. So let's take a step further and try and understand how you can benefit the most from this interaction. What's the best way to integrate the message that you were given? So let's see, what do we got? Okay, we've got the Emperor, we've got the Tower reversed, and Justice. All right, this is really good. So the Emperor showing up here definitely reinforces the authority of the message, and it's kind of an invitation for you to step into your own authority and your inner stability. He's saying, take this seriously, because this message is meant to strengthen you, not shame you. And it might be easy to go into a shame spiral over this interaction. You may want to beat yourself up over it. You may feel the feel tempted to kind of linger in that cringe feeling of, I can't believe I needed to be told that sort of thing. But the Tower reversed here is, the Tower is about destruction, sometimes disaster or catastrophe. And when it's reversed like this, it means disaster avoided or crisis averted. So really, this is a very positive opportunity that you're being given to avoid a misstep. So instead of hyper focusing on your embarrassment at being corrected, focus on the fact that you have an opportunity to avoid that misstep. And you are now able to adapt before things crumble. And with justice there on the other side, so nice that we've got Tower reversed kind of bookended by the Emperor and then justice here, because justice is telling us accept what is, accept it as it is, not as you would like it to be, and accept it with grace and honesty, being honest with yourself. You can't go wrong if you integrate this message that you've been given. So, all right, let's take a look at the bottom of the deck. What do we have here? Okay, that's going to be Queen of Wands. So this is a really nice way to round out this reading. Very positive. So just because you were corrected definitely does not mean that you are wrong in who you are. It simply means that you're still learning, you're refining, you're expanding. Don't let this moment undermine your confidence. Queen of Wands is about that confidence. Let it fuel your growth into becoming even more confident. And this energy of self-assurance, it doesn't crumble easily under feedback. You can take on a hard truth and still radiate that warmth, the magnetism, the confidence, just like the Queen of Wands. So that's just excellent advice to take away here for today's collective reading.